Robin on my teacup. March, part 1. Have you noticed that the birds are already looking for nest sites? Through our kitchen window, I can see the blue tits going in and out of a nest box. Down at the bottom of my garden, I have a summer house. It's away from the house, away from the garden, way through the woodlands. And I can sit there and watch the birds. Or sometimes I listen to the radio. And often I just sit there soaking up the sun. Then I had a good idea. I thought that if a nest box was put up with a glass side, I could have a hole cut out of the wall of the summer house and I'd be able to see the birds going in and out of the nest box. I even put a curtain up to give the birds privacy. What could go wrong? Well, everything went wrong because no birds have ever been inside the box. The other day, I went down just on the off chance to see if by some luck this year they had gone in. There was something in there. It was grey, a mass of grey, and I thought at first it could be a long-tailed tit's nest because they make nests of grey lichen. But as I looked closer, I realised that it was no bird's nest. It was a wasp's nest. You may have noticed in the warm weather that the wasps are often rasping at a wooden fence, or in our case, our back door that needs painting. They get little slivers of wood and they take them to their nest site and build a huge dome to lay their eggs and to keep feeding the grubs until new workers can develop. Last spring, a queen wasp must have found my empty and dry bird's nest box, and they could not believe their luck. She had found the ideal spot to lay her eggs, which would hatch into workers. This old nest is abandoned now, and all the wasps are dead, apart from the fertilised queens who will have found somewhere else to hide away and keep warm and dry until the spring. The process starts again soon, so watch out. You might have the beginning of a nest in your porch or in your garage. Wasps should be our friends. They're sociable, just like honeybees, and they eat our enemies in our garden, all the pests that we don't want. But we don't like wasps. And we don't like wasps because they sting us. Sometimes in the summer, we accidentally come across a wasp nest because they nest in our sandy soil. The wasps chase us if we do that, and then they sting us. But we must not run into the house, because this brings the wasps into the house and they'll sting anybody else who's there. We must hit our heads to kill stingers that have got into our hair. Then we must take our clothes off and check that we're free of wasps, and only then can we come indoors. So if you visit us, don't be surprised if you see a scantily clad person frantically hitting their heads. And don't laugh, because it could be your turn soon.